If we talking about social, political, and how he's put on for his community, LeBron James is the GOAT. But with that being said, I believe Michael Jordan is the GOAT over LeBron James.
In a one-on-one match. One-on-one?
And so here are 5 categories I want everybody to always pay attention to. MVP, Finals MVP, scoring title, Defensive Player of the Year. And not only did your team win the championship, you won Finals MVP. And if you go by that criteria, there's a little more work to do. And he'll tell you that. That's why he wears number 23. That's why he throws powder in the air before basketball games. Because he emulates, like all of us should or did, the great Michael Air Jeffrey Jordan, who played basketball with his tongue hanging out.
Jalen Rose did not hold back for even a second. He walked in with a statement that split the entire debate in two. On one side, LeBron James, the man who built schools for kids who were overlooked and forgotten, who used his voice when silence would have been the easier and safer choice, who transformed himself from a basketball player into a movement, an entire generation's symbol of hope and possibility, a protector, an advocate, someone who stepped into roles no athlete before him had ever dared to take on. Jalen gave him every bit of that credit, completely, and he meant every word of it. But then he pivoted. Hard. Because once you step onto the court, once the lights come on and the game becomes nothing but skill and pressure and performance, the conversation changes completely. And it changes in one direction only. Michael Jordan. Not as a cultural figure, not as a businessman or an activist, but as a basketball player in the purest and most honest form of the argument. Who was better when it was just basketball? When there were no narratives to hide behind, no larger story to lean on, no excuses left available. Just 2 players and the game itself. Jalen Rose answered that question without hesitating for even a moment. And the reason his answer carried so much weight is because of exactly who he is. This is not a fan making noise on social media. This is a man who played in both eras. Who was on the court when Jordan was destroying every team and every player that stood in front of him? Who felt what that level of dominance actually looked and felt like from the inside? His verdict was clear and direct. LeBron James changed the world beyond basketball. But when it comes to the game itself, when the question is stripped down to its purest form, Michael Jordan owned it completely and without question. 5 categories. That was Jalen's framework. MVP, Finals MVP, scoring title, Defensive Player of the Year, and winning a championship as the undisputed leader of your team. Simple, permanent, impossible to argue around. Now here is the part where the panel pushed back hard. Watch what happens next.
Did you just say into a microphone that LeBron James would beat Michael Jordan in a one-on-one match? One-on-one?
LeBron James is 6'9", 260. He moves like a guard. He moves like a guard. He defends like a guard.
And winner take out?
Yeah, winner takes ball.
Winner take out.
Winner takes ball.
Okay. No, that one. So
why would it never happen?
Because Michael Jordan was all defensive first team 9 times.
Okay.
LeBron James was 5 times.
Okay.
Michael Jordan led the league.
That's longevity.
I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
So Michael Jordan led the league in scoring 10 times.
Okay.
10.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James led the league in scoring once.
Okay.
So I'm talking about a guy who's been the best offensive player and the best defensive player.
Question for you. Has Michael Jordan ever played against a guy like LeBron James? Ever in his career?
Has anybody played against somebody like LeBron James?
That's what I'm saying.
But
that's exactly what I'm saying, Jay.
But here's the thing. Did Michael Jordan have to learn how to be the alpha and the champion?
But we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the process of learning.
No, but we're talking about mano on mano.
Yes.
That means that Michael Jordan had that championship instinct, that killer, that he didn't have to go learn it from Pat Riley and Dwayne Wade. He had it.
But it's not about how you learned it. It's about the fact that once you finally have it, you use that in your arsenal, right?
Right. You're saying that he didn't always have it.
He didn't always have it.
Correct.
That's okay, though. I'm not doing this.
I'm going to take the guy that always had it. The guy I saw make a jump shot. I saw the guy that win a championship in college that had it then. The guy that had it in the league his entire career.
Wait a second.
And you talking about, hold on, one other thing. You talking about who I can't even talk. So Michael Jordan, let me tell you some of the people that people forget Michael Jordan played against. He was dominating the league when they had a Celtics dynasty, when they had a Lakers dynasty, when the bad boy Pistons were there.
Yep.
Who's the best opponent LeBron James has gone against?
These Warriors.
Okay.
Kevin Durant.
Before that.
Spurs. I mean, Tim Duncan.
Exactly. And how did that end up?
Wait a second, though.
Oh, I know.
LeBron is bigger. LeBron is more massive and stronger than Michael Jordan.
Quicker.
But Michael Jordan is the only player other than Hakeem Olajuwon that I've been on the court and was like, he's the best player on the offensive side and the best player on the defensive side. Just because you see LeBron James going between the leg and behind the back and throwing left-hand passes against Terry Rozier, don't think he's going to be doing that against Michael Jordan.
You're saying you don't think LeBron is the best offensive player and the best defensive player on the court?
That debate did not cool down. It got hotter with every single exchange. And what you just watched reveals everything about why this argument never ends. One side pointing to LeBron's physical gifts, his size, his vision, his ability to dominate in ways nobody has ever seen from that body type at that level of sustained excellence. The other side, Jalen's side, pointing to something that cannot be measured on a highlight reel, mentality, instinct, the cold certainty that the moment belongs to you and nobody is taking it. Jalen laid it out perfectly. LeBron James had to learn how to become a closer. He needed Miami. He needed Pat Riley. He needed Dwyane Wade showing him what winning at the highest level actually requires. Those years in South Beach were not just championships. They were a curriculum. Michael Jordan never needed a curriculum. He arrived with the killer instinct already locked in. From the championship game winner in college to his very first seasons in the NBA, the mentality was never developed. It was simply there, embedded from the beginning, and then came the competition argument. The one that never gets enough attention. Jordan did not build his legacy in a soft era. He built it against the Boston Celtics. 5 Hall of Famers standing between him and the next round. Against the Los Angeles Lakers at the height of their dynasty. Against the Detroit Pistons and the Jordan Rules, a set of physical tactics built with one purpose. Break him. Hurt him. Make him quit. He went through every single one of them. And he did not just survive. He dismantled them one by one and stood at the top when it was over. LeBron faced the Golden State Warriors dynasty. The San Antonio Spurs under Popovich. Real competition. Real pressure. Nobody's taking that away from him. But Jordan's record on the biggest stage is 6 trips, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, a perfect number. No losses, no almost, no what could have been. And that is the part that makes this conversation so uncomfortable for LeBron's supporters. Because in the world of all-time greatness, almost does not count. Getting close does not count. 6 finals losses are not a footnote. They are part of the record. Jalen Rose said what a lot of people think, but very few say directly. When you strip everything else away, the cultural impact, the longevity arguments, the highlight comparisons, and you ask the one pure question. Who is the better basketball player at the absolute peak of the game? The answer points to one man. So tell me, do you agree with Jalen Rose? Is Michael Jordan still the god over LeBron? Drop your answer in the comments right now. Because this debate is never going away.